going on, guys? Today, with Black Hawk TV 15, we are doing a little bit of tuna backing. I'm new to this YouTube stuff, so I don't really know what to do, what to talk about. I currently have you guys set up on my phone, on my computer, so I can't see. I have the camera facing me, not the selfie camera, not that one, the other one. Um, it's not Grizzly Wintergreen. It is Copenhagen Straight in a Grizzly Dark Wintergreen can. Um, I don't know. We're just going to talk about random stuff, I guess. So, if you partake in the smokeless tobacco product, please pack one with me. This is my last can here. Mm. We're spitting in the Outlaw Yellow Mud Jug. Mm. So currently I only have one subscriber. Um, it ain't nothing big, but oh well, you know. Mm. Hopefully it'll get bigger down the road, who knows. But yeah, I have some projects I have going on with my dad here in a couple of days. We got um mm, we have a pickup we're working on when he gets back. He's currently in Kentucky. Um, he took some stuff down there to his cousin or something like that on a gooseneck trailer, and he left his trailer down there. He went down there again, and was working on a skid steer and some other stuff, and he's coming back, I think, tomorrow, he said. And then we got to put a transmission in the truck he took down, transmission that he took down there, back in the truck we took it out of, and then we're going to go down and get that trailer. Mm. I have a truck that I've got to work on. That'll be a project for down the road. I got to get a motor and transmission for it. Then I have to get it registered. Um, Currently it's not, it's registered, I think. I have to find the proper plates for it, though, which should be in um, a binder that my dad has full of registrations for the vehicles, all the vehicles he has out here, and plates and all that other stuff, and titles, and um, I have 3 vehicles out here, or one vehicle that's mine out here. I have 3 vehicles here that I have bought. And that I have sold to my dad because of the fact that they got messed up. And I didn't want to fix them. 2 of them I sold to my dad. My bad. And one of them I still have. One of them was a '05 Exploder, Ford Exploder. That was the longest working one I've had. it runs, it would drive if it had a good back axle, um, but it doesn't. Transmission's good, motor's good on it. I think it's got a 4.0 V6 or something like that in it. It's a good motor. Um, V6, yeah. Meaning it has 6 cylinders. Um, and first truck I ever bought was a '91 Chevy 1500. It was a manual, um, which I don't think they. No, they had those in manual, I think, or did they? I don't know. Um, ah, but motor's good on it. Transmission is good, but it's got like there's a story behind this one. Me and my buddy were going to another town to go to a smoke shop because he wanted to pick some stuff up there for vape and all this other bull hocus pocus bull crap, you know. And so I said I'd take him, and the roads weren't that good. It was slushy out, and it was bad. But I said I'd take him, and so we were heading on the way there. And where I live, an interstate's like 30 minutes away, nearest interstate. So we were taking the interstate there, and we were going to get onto a different interstate, 380, north to Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Some of you guys may have heard of it. Most of you guys, I don't know. But we're heading there to go to a smoke shop. And right before the exit, because the roads are so bad and I needed new tires, I barely put on the brakes, and the back tires locked up. And for some reason, the motor didn't stall. It was still running, which honestly was kind of surprising to me. Usually it would stall, but it didn't. I think it stalled. No, it stalled during the crash sometime, but what happened was it someone behind us was in a 90 something Chevy, newer Chevy than this one. Came up behind us, didn't have his headlights on, hit us in the rear end, turned me, I think it was 180 or something like that, 90 degrees, and smacked me in the driver's side, messed up 3 of the 4 cab mounts, and bent the frame where the driver's front wheel is. Messed up that whole wheel stuff. And the neutral safety switch. You got which activates the clutch and which engages and disengages the clutch. Keep it from moving or to get it moving. But that happened. The passenger seatbelt was messed up. He could buckle it, but when we got in the accident, it popped off and he got thrown around. I'll take you guys out there tomorrow, show it to you. It's in pretty bad shape, but it runs. I gotta get it fixed. I gotta get this other truck fixed. It's gonna take a long time, and it's bad. The other one not so much. I just gotta get a new motor and transmission for the other one. Pull the motor and transmission that it's currently got in it out to replace it. It ain't that bad. Um, Probably pull some parts off the motor. Parts that are good. Sell them or something. I don't know. Um, Something like that. And that's that, because I won't have anything. I won't need that motor or transmission for anything. It's motor and transmission's junk. But they can, because the motor seized up. Transmission's got third and fourth gear out of it. But when you think about it like this, car guys, really big car guys, you know, like they car truck guys, they can take that motor and transmission and rebuild it, or take parts off of it and use them, or vice versa. Well, that's what that motor and transmission is going to be for someone. They can take parts off of that and use them and clean them and all that. Which I'd probably sell them for. Motor would be. I'd probably sell the motor for $100-200. It's 5.3 non-vortex. 5.3 non-vortex. How you tell what motor you got in your vehicle? If you look at your VIN number on your car, it's usually either on the door or like driver's door. There'll be a sticker on like the. It might be on the door. It might be on the other part of it. It's not the door, but it's like the thing where the door comes together and latches. Might be on that part. But I think it's the eighth number. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then so on and so forth. That eighth number, 8, would be to tell what motor you got in your vehicle. Just making sure the camera's still rolling. Yeah, and I got a non-vortex in mine, 5.3 non-vortex. It's got 217,000 miles on it. It's got a nice radio in it. It's got a light bar, which honestly I'm probably going to take that light bar off. And the headlights are trash. The headlights are absolutely trash. But what I'm going to, with the bumpers, or where the light bars at, it's under the bumper. And if you don't have your light, you can't use your light bar as bright if it's under the bumper. I think it has to be in the grill or something like that in order to use it as a bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the grill. Get 2 more light bars. Get one for the roof on top, probably a curved light bar, and then get one for the back glass. And the reason for that is, it is illegal to do that. But the reason why I'm doing it is not because I want to blind people who are pissing me off behind. Honestly, I might do it a couple times, but that's not the main reason. The main reason is, with this kind of truck, and given where I live, the area I live around, I need to be able to see behind me. Not that I couldn't before, but when I'm working, I don't have a specific job, but it's handy to have a light bar or something on the back to where you can see what's behind you on this kind of stuff. It will also serve the purpose of a better light for the bed, for when I'm unloading something out of the bed of the truck, or loading something into the bed of the truck, or vice versa. Um, all that. And if I gotta mount up to um, like a trailer or something, I can do that pretty easily at dark. All that other stuff. Mm. That's like the main reason why I'd get it put on the back there. Um, Eventually, I think it's got stock suspension, so it feels like stock. I'm pretty sure it is, but you know, it's not enough for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eventually work my way up to be able to get a bigger, better suspension. I haven't decided what yet. I'm also gonna get new rims and tires. Um, when I get the new ones, I'll sell the old ones. Um, do it like that. Or once I get this truck fixed, um, probably trade it for a diesel if I can. Um, because of the fact uh, diesel burns slower, it lasts longer. You can go a lot further with it than you can with the gasser, and it's a lot more handier. It's got more towing capacity, um, than a gasser does. It's just all in all a lot better. Um, I'll go for the best looking truck I can, but I'll also look into um, doing like stuff that mechanically wise that will make it better for hauling, and all this other stuff that will make it better, and I can actually start pulling heavy stuff um, a lot easier. I like um, I hate like the one thing I hate when you're driving a manual for so long, and you go to drive a or like a manual vehicle of any sort, and you go to drive an automatic. Sometimes you forget that you ain't got that clutch pedal, and you ain't got that stick in the middle of the floor. So it's kind of hard for me. Sometimes it was hard for me because when my um, manual got messed up, I had my gasser, my automatic POS Explorer. It wasn't really a POS. I mean, it was a good car up until the point where um, I got my '02 Chevy, and I was really reckless with it. I'd done burnouts and donuts and drifts all in drive, and that's what really messed up the transmission, is doing that for so long, or for so many times, that it messed up the transmission, and it got so bad where I just didn't care, and it was RPMs was wrapping so high that it messed up the motor, blew the motor, um, seized up the motor and all that. I was heading into town when it happened, when the motor seized up, and uh, just dropped all oil pressure. I didn't hear any clunking or nothing. It just dropped all oil pressure. And which is another thing. If you guys know if that's fixable, if it's not seized, please let me know so I can, don't so I won't have to spend as much money for getting that replaced. But how my exploder got messed up with the back axle, um, I had my dad come bring it home, or tow me home, and he has this 7.3 diesel that he didn't think was going to start because it was really cold. He had this thing plugged in for days, and he thought it wasn't going to start. He had a battery charger, a trickle charger on it, all like the same amount of time he had it plugged in for the glow plugs or for the block heater, and he didn't think it was gonna start. And I'm like, it would start. But I said, fine, then just bring my exploder and come, tow me back. Um, well, because I was gonna go to a friend's house and swap vehicles with him, give him my vehicle, get a couple $100 off of him, and sign it over to him. But I couldn't because it got messed up. Well, um, when that happened, I was driving it into town to get it all cleaned out and all that. And on my way back, um, it just got really bad. Like I went up there, I came back, and then the next day this happened with the truck, and my dad brought me home, and the back end. Okay, so the back end was messed up. It was the wheel. First, it was the wheel bearing and hub assembly that went completely shot, and it overheated a lot because I had a big old hole in my radiator because of a pheasant that I hit. And so, well, I didn't hit the pheasant. The pheasant decided to take a stroll onto my way. Hit and flew right into me. Um, and so what happened was my dad towed me home. He told me I'd have to brake to slow him down. The brakes are so stiff at this point, like I can't brake normally. It was bad. Um, and eventually that messed up all the wheel bearing and hub assembly and corroded it so much because it had more than what it's supposed to tow on there. Um, Way beyond the limit of what that car is able to haul, able to pull. And so um, I went into my friend's place, which is at least an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and we hung out. We drove to the nearest town, which was a town called Knoxville. Not Tennessee, Knoxville, Iowa. Um, we hung out there, and then we went to a town called Grinnell, Iowa. We came, I dropped him off, I went home, and then that's when all this, like, I could tell, like, it was almost as if the tire was, like, flat, but it wasn't the tire, because you can feel it moving when the tire's flat. And that's what it felt like. So I got out and checked my tires, and none of the tires were flat, none of them were low. And I had I had the tire pressure light on, the ABS light on, traction control light on. The traction control button would not turn off. Full drive high was on. And the check engine light was on. So I said, okay, well, Dad, I need you to follow me up to Gary's. I'm going to have him look at it. Gary's my uncle. He has a mechanic shop. Um, he followed me up there, and he told me that it was my wheel bearing and hub assembly kit. And so I said, well, while you fix that, I'm going to have you do my radiator, too. So I got that fixed, and it got all that fixed. It turned out to be like half a grand. It was like almost $600 to get all that done, and that's really expensive for me. Um, so yeah, that's how both. That's how two cars got fucked up, messed up. Pardon my language, messed up in 2 days. 2 days tops. That Explorer was my best vehicle I run that thing harder than my '02 Chevy, and there wasn't much wrong with that Explorer. The only thing that was actually wrong was the radiator before that even happened, and I just kept dumping coolant into it, and all that other hocus stuff. Well, now it ain't working because or it runs it transmission's good, but the axle's messed up. Well, how did the axle get messed up? It was literally because of the truck pulling too much that it wasn't supposed to pull. Um, so yeah, um, I got some projects, guys. Um, I gotta pull a motor out, transmission out. I gotta help my actually first I gotta help my dad put a motor or a transmission in. And if I can, I'll probably take instead of having to buy a new transmission, the guy who fixed the transmission, who's fixing the transmission for one of my dad's pickups, does it for real dirt, like does it for dirt cheap for him. So what I'll do is I'll bring it down with my dad and have him do it. Um, One of the times we go down there and get it done for dirt cheap. And just buy a new motor. Connect the two. I got them both done up real nice, and bada bing, bada boom. Truck would be fixed. And the upgrades that the truck currently has to it has both of the trucks actually had um, K cold air intakes. I don't know what the 92 had in it, but I know that the '02 had a K&N cold air intake. It had underglows inside the cab, changing colors. Uh, it had like you know how you got like your reading lights in there on the front. I think you call them the dome lights or whatever. Those are blue. Uh, hmm. Had Denali tow mirrors. It had pods on the back for reverse lights. Currently, only one of them works. I went out and looked at it, but I don't know how one of them got messed up. I think it was because I was mowing around it, and I bumped it and didn't realize it, knocked it loose and messed up the wire. Uh, and then it's got a light bar on the front under the bumper, Denali tow mirrors, Sony radio. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna. Currently, I have some subs for it, but I have to get an amp and all that, get it hooked up. But my subs are as wide as my bed. It's like almost as wide as a twin mattress. That's my sub box. It's like a single mattress. It's like a twin. That's what I'm sitting on right now. That's what I have you guys on. I have my computer, my phone, like I said. And I'm sitting on a twin mattress, and um, the sub where I took out the bench sheet because it came with the bench sheet. It's an extended cab. I took out the bench sheet and I was gonna put out a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse. I took out the front seats from it and I put them in the back because I was gonna put my subs in between. But I'm actually gonna switch those back and put a sub underneath, like a small sub box underneath. Kind of like what Redneck TV, RNTV 15, Redneck TV has under his truck. I think these are 12s. Um, and if I can't find a box for them, I'll probably just make one. That'll be probably the easiest. Um, yeah, that's all. That's my plans for right now. Uh, yeah, I'll be posting videos like of me doing stuff around, I guess, for a while, a long while, until I can get money to get a setup, nicer setup than just my phone and a computer and me sitting on a bed. So yeah, I'll get that set up. Um, I play video games here and there. I have an Xbox 360, which is really outdated. Um, I did have a PlayStation 4. I sold it to my sister and my brother-in-law because I was all on it all the time. Um, I don't really play video games much anymore. Um, but when I do, usually I play Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty. If I had my PlayStation, but I don't. So I play whenever I play video games. It's on my Xbox 360 on my piece of crap TV, playing Minecraft. So, um, I know this video is boring. Um, Pretty much talking about cars and trucks and projects that I'm gonna have going on, and a trip down to Kentucky that I'm going on with my dad. And who wants to hear that? I'm just doing whatever, I guess. It's like what, midnight, past midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that. I'm bored, so just thought I'd make a video. So if you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe for more content. Um, I'll do my best on making new videos as much as I can. Um, so yeah, if you want to see more of me doing random stuff, then comment what you would like to see me do, and I'll try to get that in for y'all. Thank you.